Today we are cooking a recipe from the Bean Book by Rancho, Gordo, and we are talking about The Wedding Date from 2018, starring Deborah Messing and Dermot Mulroney. Ugh, I love this rom-com. So, Kat is the main character, played by Deborah Messing. She is a neurotic, high-strung, completely, twisted up, out-of-her-mind woman who has hired a very high-end escort, Dermot Mulroney, to accompany with her from New York City to England to be her date, her wedding date, at her little sister Amy's wedding. We learn right away because her character is a big oversharer, which is a really good way to get your exposition out in a movie. And we learn quickly that the reason why she's bringing this escort is that she's tormented by the fact that the best man is her ex-fiance who dumped her out of nowhere. And obviously she's very uncomfortable in this situation. She is so neurotic and so insane about all of this that as an audience member you're like, oh my god, I think I actually don't like her. I don't like her at all. She's being kind of weird. And then she gets to England and you meet all of the family characters and you're like, oh my god, she actually totally deserved to act that way because this is horrible. These people suck. Her little sister is like a vapid, egocentric, totally self-centered, everything must be about me and I'm completely helpless. And played by Amy Adams, exceptional acting, made us hate her, and I love Amy Adams. And then her mom is kind of drunk, kind of bawdy. Oh, it's played by that actress who, plays the classic character she always plays, which is why she's so fun on screen, but also you would never, ever, ever want her as your mother, so it makes sense that Kat is so miserable with her. So before I get too much further into the film itself, I want to take a moment to set aside to call out two things that are going on. Okay, first of all, Dermot Mulroney is just incredibly sexy in this movie, and maybe he was this good looking in all the other movies, I don't know, but I feel like this is the number one for him. If I were him, I would get cardboard cutouts of myself from this film and keep it around my house because that's how good I look. Okay, point number two I just want to call out is that this amazing character that is the girl's cousin. I can't remember what the actress's name is. She's a British actress. She is hilarious. Not only does she have written for her incredible one-liners, but her delivery is just impeccable. She is so funny that even if you don't like rom-coms and you're not really that interested in this movie, highly recommend watching it just for her scenes. Okay, getting back into the movie. So the stage is set, exposition's done. What's the one and first thing we learn? That it seems like Jeffrey, her ex-fiance, is still somehow madly in love with her and very upset about the fact that she's shown up here with very, very sexy Dermot Mulroney. This is interesting information for Deborah Messing, and what she does with it next is kind of also just as interesting. So we head to the center part of the movie where, of course, there's a bunch of scenes that have to do with, all the things that lead up to the wedding, a hen night, a stag night. There's people playing cricket in a park. I don't know why. There's drinks. There's a rehearsal dinner. There's a ballroom dance sequence. Of course there is. I love that. And the point is, as they go through all these scenes, two things are happening. One, she's like, I think my ex-fiance is still in love with me. So she's like, am I going to entertain this? Am I definitely going to make him jealous? What's going on there? Am I still interested in him? Simultaneously, she is totally falling in love with Dermot Mulroney, and he's kind of falling in love with her too. They even get to the point where they essentially admit it to each other. Sparks are flying. I love to say sparks are flying. And we're at the point where there might as well be boyfriend and girlfriend. This relationship just got serious. Now, it's the rehearsal dinner the night before the wedding, and what happens? You know it. This is where the bomb drops. Jeffrey admits to Kat that the reason he broke up with her when they were engaged 2 years ago is because he started sleeping with her sister. Yes, her sister, who has been tormenting her, is the vapid, egocentric, self-centered character who we've grown to kind of hate throughout this whole movie. Well, now we have real reason to hate her because she had an affair with Kat's fiance. Well, turns out almost everybody already knew. In fact, Dermot Mulroney found out the night before. Everybody knew. Kat's upset. This is like dark night of the soul. She is very disappointed. Next morning of the wedding, like her and Dermot Mulrooney have called splits. He's on his way to the airport. She's like, I don't even want to be here, but I guess I'll just sit through it with my sister. And then her dad actually convinces her that, hey, I think you actually kind of loved him. So she's like, yeah, I guess I'll go after him. But she goes after him and doesn't find him. So barreling through the end here, Amy tells her groom, and right before the ceremony is about to start, that about her affair with Jeffrey, which Ed is of course livid. He chases Ed, who is the best man, out of the church, down the street, is running after him like an idiot, and who drives up but Dermot Mulroney, who is headed back to the church because he kind of came to his senses that he's probably still in love with Kat. The two of them have a nice little heart-to-heart moment, and then they head back to the church, where, of course, everyone makes up. Dermot Mulrooney, Nick, and Kat, Deborah Messing, are officially a couple now. We head to the wedding reception, and we have a lot of cute, fun, very Nancy Meyers type things, even though this isn't a Nancy Meyers movie. Okay, I love this rom-com. I'm not saying it's a perfect film. I'm sure there's a lot of issues with it, and some people are going to say this is the worst movie ever, Chelsea. Well, I don't care. I love it. And here are some of the things I love about it. I love the costuming. Deborah Messing's outfits are so beautiful, and I just love them. I love the colors. I love the way they look on her. I love the fact that this is like Americans in a British world, and so it's like a touch of British, but still a touch of American, with the hen night and the stag night and a bunch of different other traditions. I love that, and I think it's a nice little twist that we don't always see. I think that Dermot Mulrooney and Deborah Messing are such a great pair. Perfect casting. They totally look like they would fall in love. I buy that. I ship that. Is that what we're saying these days? But then lastly, the thing I really want to call out is that this was of a time period where in movies, all kinds of movies, the soundtracks included music that had words. And we don't do that anymore. And I get why we don't do that. And I know why we don't do that. And I guess I agree that we shouldn't do that. However, it adds something really special and unique and really kind of precious. And if you are of a certain age, you will love the music in this. It's a banger. So check it out. Love this movie. Love this dish. Let's find out if other people like it too. How's it taste?
It tastes very good. I like it a lot.
The sound is on. I have a question for you. Have you ever seen the movie The Wedding Date with Deborah Messing?
No.
You have not.
I don't know.